Well, I was asked by Northwest Mothers for Social Justice to bring it forward. Now, my own little bit of research on this says that yes, the central bank says that they no longer actually operate the sale of the bonds. It is now being transferred to Luxembourg. But everything else, the facilitation of them, everything behind that is actually still going on from what my research says. If I'm wrong, I stand corrected, great. But what the motion says today is just to ask the central bank if all facilitation of bonds, that includes all the backroom stuff, is all of that gone, or is it just the basic sale which has been transferred to Luxembourg?
So you think at the very least this should be probed into so we can get clarity on this? Because we haven't heard any word on it since the central bank statement 4 months ago.
Yeah, so my research says that yes, the actual sale is definitely happening in Luxembourg, but all the backroom stuff, all the transfers, all of those things is still happening and being facilitated by the central bank. If I'm wrong, fantastic. But what I've been told is that is not the case, that it is still being facilitated by the central bank.
To those who were concerned about what's happening in Palestine, the answer to this is obvious, but I think it's worth asking, why is it so important that it's clear that Ireland is playing no role in this?
Well, first of all, I mean, I think you would really want to be living under a stone at this stage to really, to not realise the amount of devastation that's happened in Palestine. You know, the occupied territories, the 50,000 people who definitely have been killed, that all international groups have said is completely true, though denied still by Israel. You know, the occupied territories and the continuous buying and acquiring and taking of land from Palestinians, and that is a deliberate provocation, and it's a deliberate way to stop any chance of a future two-state solution. That if you've got lots and lots, massive amounts of disputed land, it's impossible to make a two-state solution. That is a deliberate ploy by Israel as well. And that's only that's the drop in the ocean of the issues here, you know. So all of these things we have to change, and we have to be brave enough to say we're not accepting that.
And just a final question on this, James, because I know the response that stories like this get when they're raised at a local level. Why bring this forward at a county council level? You'll have naysayers say that it's not something that's the remit of a local councillor. Why raise it here?
Oh, I agree. It could be raised in other places too, but why not raise it here? You know, we've got some profile here. We've got the powers to ask the question directly. So I say, why not? And in fact, I have many constituents that I meet all the time who have massive concerns about what's happening in Gaza. So I have no issue with that at all. I think whatever opportunity I can get personally to find out the information, find out the truth, I will most certainly do that.